Welcome to episode 54 of A Week in the Life of a UK Student Reseller. This week we've got two important releases with the Air Max 1 Treeline and the New Balance 2002R protection packs in two new colourways, the Mirage Grey and the Dark Navy. I think the Dark Navy is definitely the colourway to target most, as it seems more wearable and more bids on StockX and more volume of sales than the Mirage Grey, so that's the target colourway I will be going for. Nevertheless, if I can grab any, I think we can secure some decent amount of profit throughout the board. The Treeline's only going to be focusing on sizes 9.5 and above, as they're the sizes in Air Maxes to seem to have the most demand and best margins, so that's what I'm going to be targeting. So let's see how we get on in this week's episode. Right folks, so we just got a New Balance order in the mail today. We did have two orders, but the other one's gone straight out, so I didn't have a chance to film it, but let's get into this one. So this one should be the size 4 650R, so let's go. Right folks, so here is the ALD New Balance 650R. So it comes in this cream box, and then it's got the accents of grey and green, and then just a standard New Balance logo. Pretty nice and minimal design, simple, just lid, and then you've got the ALD motif, like the basketball apple to signify New York, and then the New Balance logo, and then here are the 650Rs. So right off the rip, you've got that 550 structure to the shoe with the added height from the back with this new green panel and canvas backing. So it is very similar to the 550 model. So you've got that non-marking outsole with the green, accented off this beautiful cream or vintage style sole, which is really nice, and then standard white leather throughout the shoe, and perforated in some areas to give more breathability, and then you've got that 650 in the green here on the front, and then a hit of green mesh at the front, added breathability again, and then you've got this you've got the New Balance logo in the green, but this is in like a cracked leather, almost like vintage effect, which I really like. And then obviously you've got that classic New Balance logo on the back, and then as I said, the extra structure. So we've got one leather panel here which has the New Balance logo, and then we've got the height added, which is quite soft, relatively minimal padding, but nevertheless I think it would give good support, relatively good support when hooping, but nevertheless it can be worn as a lifestyle shoe as well. And that's about the shoe in all its form. It does also come with, as I said, the green extra laces, which is a nice touch, and I think they look nice in there as well. Current resale, as I said, one of them already went straight out, which was the 6, and we managed to flip that for $325, so very good. I did think it would be a lot lower than that, but it seems that there is still good demand for the ALD collabs. I'm going to try and target around 300, 250 for this specific size. I know 4 is going to be a harder mover, just with less demand and volume being sold in that size, but nevertheless I'll try and target that price range of sale, and if I can't, I don't mind holding it for 3 to 5 months for it to rise to the 380, 390. And yeah, I think if you're going to pick up pairs, definitely try and stay within the range of 4.5 to 6.5, as I think they're the best sizes that seem to give the most rise over time, and definitely the green colourway seems to be in the most demand and something that you could move with good volume. But yeah, as I said, try and buy in as low as possible, maybe around the 220, 200 mark, and I think you can probably make around 300, 350, maybe even 4 by Christmas. But nevertheless, that's the ALD 650R. Again, big shout out to Flare for their Qit module, worked flawlessly, and we were able to grab the two pairs. Sadly, I wasn't able to grab any more just because with the manual checkout the speed is very slow, but hopefully we can replicate this on the gel drop coming up with the brown colourway. Definitely going to try and get a personal for that shoe and then see if we can pick up some pairs to resell, so definitely stay tuned for next week's episode for that. But for now, that is all we got in today, so stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, so we just got one mail package in today from ProDirect from the live cop of the Bass two-tone grain in the GS, so let's get straight into it. So, box is fine. Seems to be with Royal Mail when they use bags it's okay, but any other company and it's not okay. So a 6.5Y UK 6, exactly what I thought it would be, and here they are. So you've already seen the men's, but these are the women's, so not too bad at all. They do look good in the women's sizes, I have to say, but standard two-tone structure to them. Already seen them before on the channel. I think the GS should be a easy solid breather at 125. 150, and they might reach 180 by Christmas, but I think if we can target the 125, 150, I think I'm just going to keep quick flipping them. If not, I don't mind holding them because it's a great colorway and I think it can reach a good price. But however, with the US drop coming in imminently, I think it would be best to sell before that release and then buy in again if I was to invest in these shoes. But yeah, that's the only pickup we got in today. Stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, we just got a bunch of packages in the mail, so let's get straight into it. So the first one, not double box, but it is okay. This one is a size 10.5 UK, New Balance 202RD, so it should be the protection pack in the Mirage grey colourway. Yep, so here is the New Balance 202R protection pack in the Mirage grey colourway. We managed to pick it up off of the Hip store. They did an early raffle. I know a couple of places have been doing early raffles and this was one of them along with Offspring. Sadly we didn't cop Offspring, but we did hit the Hip store finally. Been trying to hit that store for ages and we finally copped it. So here is the Mirage Grey. So starting off, it's got the 202 base model, so you got that sole with that N-Energy technology, and you got like a vintage or cream outsole at the back where the shock absorbers are, and then that follows with a white midsole, and then on the outsole you've got kind of like almost a distressed or used black outsole, which is cool. And then going on to the main upper of the shoe, so you've got that Mirage Grey, so it's got a lot of suede panels with the kind of distressing and that sort of thing. So it is a greenish grey, but I'd say it's more green than grey, and then it's kind of greeny bluey grey. So you've got that full upper in this decent quality suede material. It's very short head suede, some parts are shorter than others, and then you've got the New Balance here in the grey with the blue outline, and then on the tongue you've got another deconstructed look to the shoe with a nice hit of New Balance on the front where the mesh is, and then inside just your standard New Balance insole. Don't think it comes with any extra laces, but we can see no extra laces, but definitely a cool shoe nevertheless. I do think the navy colour is nicer and more wearable, but they are both cool shoes. My favourite out of the ones they've done so far is definitely the Rain Cloud still, but nevertheless this is a nice concept. I will just be quick flipping this now as they are scheduled to release on the 14th. I know N's going to be getting them. I think New Balance website will be getting them as well. So I just want to quick flip it now before it tanks anymore. And I think if they start pushing this model heavy, which they are, I think it's gonna just enter the phase of like the new Adidas Ultra Boost. So I'm not planning on holding every shoes while it's in demand and like a trend. I'm just going to be selling off all pairs, as I don't feel that it's going to be a good hold within the long run with all the colours they're set to push out. I know there's a cream vintage one, a pink one set to release, the navy. So yeah, that's my thought on it, but you can let me know your thoughts on the whole situation of the New Balance trend in the comments. But yeah, that's the first pickup, Mirage Grey, hip steel pickup, size 10.5. Next up, we've got 3 packages, so I'll just quickly unbox these and get right into it. Okay, so next up we have 3 pairs of the Treeline Air Max 1s that have come in. I hit 10 in total. Definitely a big shout out to Flare Raffles for that. All size 9.5 to 11, so good big sizes for Air Maxes. I've already sold the vast majority of them at between 165 and 175 a pop, so around 25 on top, so not too bad at all. So let's dive straight into the shoe. So standard, just like normal Nike red trainer box, and then let's dive into the shoe. So it's either being called the Skunk or the Treeline. So you start off standard Air Max 1 model. So you've got the Air Max 1 sole, inspired by Tinker Hatfield, which you probably already all know. Then you've just got this cream off-white midsole. And then you've got the Nike Air Max hit on the back, and then we go on to this upper. So you've got this kind of fuzzy, nice green suede, complemented against this soft purple swoosh. Then you've got the hits of this very short head suede throughout in the beige, which complements it again. And then you've got this really nice brown mesh to complement it and give that style of the tree or skunk, as people are referring them to. So in terms of the laces, it's got the standard Air Max laces. They're green pebbled with pink and white. Standard Air Max tongue, and then in the insole it's got a tree pattern of the lines going through the trees and that sort of thing. So yeah, that is the Air Max 1 Skunk. Very nice job Nike have done it on the Skunk. I think it's decent quality throughout, and something definitely that's a nice concept and colour to push out for spring and summer. As I said, sold all pairs for 165, 170, and I think as more sites start to release them, I think they'll dip to around 145, 150, and then slowly creep back up once pairs become more scarce. I think only boutiques and Nike got them in, and then Nike did have them loaded on sneakers, but they've been delayed, so I'm just trying to sell all my pairs in before Nike release them. If you're looking to buy in, I think always size 9.5 and above does best in the long term, and you're looking at a 1 to 2 year hold to reach the 250, 300 mark, I think, as pairs become more scarce in the market. But yeah, definitely a cool concept, this shoe, and I like that Nike is pushing the Air Max 1 model again. I know the Travises are set to release this month, so that would be a nice addition if we can grab that one. But yeah, those are all the pickups today. A big shout out to Flare Raffles for the wins. There should be some more coming in the next couple of days, but for now that's all, so stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, so we just got a bunch more packages in the mail today. I think it's 9 packages, so I'll just unbox them all quickly and then get right back into it. Right folks, so I've just unboxed all of the pairs, and we've got another 9 additional of the skunks in, all 9.5 to 11, as I said, and a big shout out to Flare Raffles for the pairs. But that's all we got in today. I just wanted to showcase that we did get all of the pairs in, and I'm not capping. So that's all we got in today. Stay tuned for some more updates. Thank you folks so much for watching this week's episodes. Pretty pleased with the outcome with the 13 pairs of Treelines and the 1 Mirage Grey protection pack. We did hit a navy protection pack on end today, so that'll be in the next episode, and I'll be sure to give you a review and my thoughts on that colour blocking and what I see long term. So definitely stay tuned for the hold and sell predictions in the next week's episode. Nevertheless, next week we should have a lot of drops. So we've got Yeezy Slides, Haze Stage Jordan 1s, we got Ocean Blue Dunks dropping, so a lot of releases to go for. Definitely going to be prioritising slides. I know the Glows, Pure and Onyx slides are going to be releasing. Finally the Onyx, we're going to be getting that, so I think that's definitely one to target. But any size, any colourway I think will be profitable, so we'll be targeting sites like Offspring and Foot Patrol and seeing how many we can grab. So definitely stay tuned for next week's episode to see how we get on.